Hello everyone, my name is Jason Leong. This is day 32 of the MCO and I have forgotten what trees look like. Hello! Intro band. No budget. Let's start with some good news. Our Director General of Health, Datuk Dr. Noor Hisham, was recognized as one of the top 3 doctors in the world leading the fight against COVID-19. And immediately he drew attention to himself. Not the DG, but our Health Minister. I, as the Minister of Health and all the ministry staff are so proud of our DG's achievements. Hey, you remember me? I'm the Minister of Health in Malaysia. Remember my name? Adam Baba. You know, Menteri Aiswam. Drink warm water. Yes, that's me. I get it. He is, after all, the Minister of Health in Malaysia and is applauding the achievements by our DG. But it's still rather embarrassing because the same article the Minister tweeted also makes mention of the fact that he has gained a lot of ridicule for his warm water advice. Again, I understand, okay? We Malaysians love to tumpang glamour. So many Malaysians will claim that they're all Yuna's fans whenever she achieves something amazing in the States. Or even the most jaded Malaysian living overseas will claim hashtag tanah tumpahnya darahku whenever Lee Chong Wei wins big. By the way, I really love Ronnie Cheng's new special on Netflix. It's so funny, you all should go check it out. Yeah, represent Malaysia. Love you, bro. Proud of you. It was reported 4 days ago that Malaysia may run out of PPE in 2 weeks' time. And of course, all the cabinet ministers made sure that all PPEs were not wasted. And what are you doing? Alamak. That's right, in the middle of a health crisis and impending shortage of supplies, our Minister of Higher Education decided that she had to carry out this vital task of visiting a lab. Imagine if I went up to a fireman while the house is still burning and I say to the fireman, abang, the house very hot, ambil gambar, take photo. Now I can understand if the minister was doing something useful like distributing food to the needy. But this is information you can get over a phone call. Hello, yes, you're running the lab, right? Just want to ask, how many samples have you completed today? You call me back? Why? What can you tell me now? Oh, you're busy showing the minister around. The DG of Health has already said on a daily basis, every day on the day, stay at home, social distancing, and don't waste my PPE. No wonder he looks sad all the time. You see his face not? Recently, our Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin thanked the US Department of Justice for sending us back 1.3 billion ringgit which was misappropriated via 1MDB. For the dozens of my international fans, here's the backstory. Our current Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, was sacked as the Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia by the then 6th Prime Minister of Malaysia for asking too many questions about the 1MDB scandal. Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin then allied himself with the 4th Prime Minister of Malaysia to oust the 6th Prime Minister of Malaysia from power and install the 4th Prime Minister of Malaysia as the 7th Prime Minister of Malaysia. However, at the crucial moment, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin betrayed the 7th Prime Minister of Malaysia to install himself as the 8th Prime Minister of Malaysia and forming a simple majority government of which the 6th Prime Minister of Malaysia and Pekan Member of Parliament is now part of. This is even more tragically hilarious when you remember that so many UMNO members were silent during the 1MDB scandal and some of them even denied that any money was being misappropriated. Now, they are congratulating Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin for bringing back the money which was not misappropriated. Hey Tan Sri, good job for bringing back the money which was misappropriated from US. I thought you all said no money was being misappropriated. It's so complicated. Now, governments make U-turns all the time, but this is even more delicious because it's laced with hypocrisy. And this is no longer just a U-turn. There have been so many U-turns, this is now a roundabout, okay? And they're all rushing among themselves and they crash into a pole which they installed there in the first place. UMNO members rarely have back problems because they have no spines. In global news, March 2020 was the first March in 18 years where the United States did not have any school shootings. Who knew that the solution to students getting shot in school was not to remove guns, but to remove students from the schools? Instead of common sense gun control, the United States needed a global pandemic where more than 100,000 people have died to stop school shootings. Now, in researching this topic, I found out that even that isn't true because in March 2020, United States had 8 school shootings. But according to an NGO, they did not match the typical description of a school shooting. Now, if you as a nation have a typical description of a school shooting, you have major problems. It's like if I said, hey, I have a major torrent of feces coming out right now, But don't worry, it doesn't fit the typical description of diarrhea. How atypical were these shootings? 4 of those were classified as unintentional discharges. 1 took place between adults on a high school football field, and 2 occurred on college campuses but involved no students. Seriously, Americans, please socially distance yourselves from guns. From now until forever. In a shocking move, Donald Trump announced that the United States of America will halt funding to the WHO, the World Health Organization. Now, why did Trump tell the WHO to go fund themselves? Well, according to him, the World Health Organization did not do a good job organizing the health of the world when it went soft on China's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Allegations that the WHO is in China's pocket are not entirely unfounded, especially when you remember that recently the WHO accepted China's brand of traditional Chinese medicine, a move which has been widely criticized by experts. Taiwan has been excluded from emergency briefings and meetings because WHO only accepts members which are independent countries, and China has always claimed that Taiwan is part of China whilst Taiwan claims otherwise. The WHO also reports Taiwan's COVID-19 statistics as part of China's overall numbers, which is grossly unfair, especially when you remember that Taiwan has done a far better job containing this COVID-19 pandemic than China. With that in mind, watch this clip of an interview between a Taiwanese reporter and a director from the WHO.
Will the WHO consider Taiwan's membership? Hello?
I'm sorry, I can't hear. I couldn't hear your question.
Okay, yeah. Let me repeat the question.
No, that's okay. Let's move to another one then.
Hello? Yes, I couldn't hear your question, but now I skip to the next question because I don't want to answer the question which I didn't hear.
I'm actually curious on talking about Taiwan as well, on Taiwan's case.
Look at her poor face. How could you hang up on her? I thought white guys like Asian girls. By the way, if that Taiwanese reporter is watching this, you can call me anytime and I can talk to you about Taiwan and WHO all you want. Huh? No lah, just a joke about the Taiwanese pretty girl lah. But having said all that, the WHO still does a lot of good and important work, and not giving them money, especially now in the time of crisis, is self-sabotage. It's like if I were to go for a colonoscopy and halfway through the procedure, I tell the doctor, I'm not going to pay you. And the doctor's like, it's not even done yet. No, I don't trust you anymore, I'm not going to pay you. And now, I have to do the colonoscopy myself. In this analogy, the patient is America and the doctor is WHO. Now America, you have to do your own colonoscopy. And because Donald Trump is in charge and has no idea what to do, when you do your own colonoscopy, you're basically fucking yourself. Now, throughout Malaysia's MCO, we have seen lots of videos of police arresting people when they flout the MCO. Some people have said that it's very different the way police treat rich people when they flout the MCO versus poor people. Now, I didn't really pay attention to it until I saw this video of a bunch of golfers being arrested at a golf course. It's so far away. You can barely make out what is happening. Where is the embarrassment? Where is the humiliation? This just came in. I have footage of even richer people being arrested for flouting the MCO. Check it out. Now, I'm going to end by talking about Tony Fernandez's plea to AirAsia customers to accept credit refunds instead of direct cash refunds. Full disclaimer, last year, Tony Fernandez and AirAsia sponsored our MACC Mania X tour. And we are really grateful because it really helped us a lot in terms of our production costs. So once again, I'm really grateful. However, a Twitter user came up with such a perfect joke. So perfect was this joke that I was frustrated and upset at myself because I, as a professional comedian, did not come up with this joke myself, okay? So what I'll do is I will set it up again and then his joke will come in, okay? This is the joke. With Tony Fernandez asking AirAsia customers to accept credit refunds instead of cash refunds, now we can see that there is one similarity between Najib Razak and Tony Fernandez. They both don't like to give the rakyat their money back. Okay, that's all I have for the 5th episode of the All Day Show with No Budget with Jason Leong. Till the next episode, stay safe and stay at home, Don't go out,